There. Speaking of sports, our buddy Matt Moore is here with Ocoee FCA. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Steve. How's everything going for Steve Hartline this morning?
Well, I'm here, so
Hey,
it
listen.
could be a lot better, obviously. But, Matt, it's a special time. We do this monthly. Tell us what's happening.
We do. Actually, this is our last one we're doing for this school year. We'll pick it back up in August because everything goes crazy in May. But, man, we're having the Athlete and Coach of the Month. It's one of my favorite times of the month. We get to come in here. The Center for Cosmetic Dentistry helps put this on for us, and we get a chance to highlight incredible athletes and coaches in our community every month. And they can go online and to your beautiful website or on the app, and they can nominate their coach or athlete. And we've got a really, I think, like cream of the crop folks here today. We got some great stories.
Yeah, certainly. So, all right, I tell you what, let's go ahead and begin with our coach of the month.
Come on, Joseph Weeks. He's our coach of the month. Coach Weeks coaches basketball at Lake Forest, but he also helps run there's a crew of them that help make FCA happen at Lake Forest. And man, he's just a glue. When I actually texted him, I think my quote was like, this was the easiest decision we've had to make when it comes to some of these, when his name came across the board, because Joseph is just so consistent and he's so caring, and he's a good coach. But more importantly, he cares about kids and whether they play a sport or not. And I tell you, you circle May 9th on your calendar to go down to Lake Forest, 7:45 for their final FCA for the year. They do a thing with cardboard testimonies. They send out their 8th graders. An incredible. I'll let him tell more about it. But man, you need to come out because it's a beautiful thing. You'll cry if you need a good cry. That's the place to be, because you'll see some kids like sharing their stories. But the other part is like they really celebrate these 8th graders as they head off to the high school and send them off in a great way. And it's just like a little milestone for them as they head out. And so, but Joseph, he's a huge part of that. And we love having him at Lake Forest because somebody has to push against like Robbie Winters and Reggie Stevenson down there. So we're happy to have Joseph be a part of that.
Joseph, congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What does this honor mean to you?
It's really awesome. Like you said, we do have a huge crew at Lake Forest that really helped make this possible. I'm a very small part, but it's really awesome to see, some of a lot of the good things that we're doing there kind of be recognized. So
tell us about this the testimony.
Yeah, so the cardboard testimony is an idea that Renee Talley brought to us several years ago, and it's something that's really awesome where our 8th graders do. They get to kind of tell their own story of how God has shaped and changed their lives, and it's really cool. They walk up, and on one side of a piece of cardboard it has some struggle, something they've gone through in life. And some of these kids in these years past have had some really, really traumatic, big things that have happened that nobody should ever have to experience. And then they flip it over. On the back side of the cardboard, it talks about how God has just completely changed their life through that situation. And he's right. It is a very emotional day. It is one of my favorite FCAs of the year. So we're really looking forward to that one.
And when is that?
May 9th.
May the 9th.
Yep.
Well, I tell you, it's, Matt, such a story, and to have educators like this and coaches like this, it's really the essence of FCA, isn't it?
Well, I mean, our goal is, to connect students to Jesus and connect them to the church, and for them to transform lives. And part of that is for them to have the right people around them. And when you have folks like Coach Weeks, and there's so many coaches and educators in our community that are doing the same things he's doing. They're giving kids a safe place to be, a safe place to share. I know we talk about the testimony thing, but one of the neat things about that, Steve, is like it's not just like 5 or 6 kids. You'll have 20 or 30 kids, some that would never say a word in front of anybody, who will stand up and say, "Here's this vulnerable part of me. This is a place where I'm suffering." And what's cool about it is I think there's kids by 8th grade year that have sat out in that audience that have struggled with something and have seen someone else overcome stuff. And, man, it's what you want to see in the schools, man. I know, obviously, education is important. We want that. But the part where a kid can see their value in Christ above everything else is so huge. So we're grateful for Joseph, and congratulations to you for being our Coach of the Month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about our Athlete of the Month here.
Well, I'm going to turn that over to Jake Moats because he knows this story better than I do. So I'm going to let him talk. Jake's one of our area reps in Bradley and Polk County, and we're happy to have him. So come on up, Jake.
Jake, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing good. Well, come on up, guys. Go ahead, Jake. Tell us about it.
So the coach over here, Coach Jacob Mason, me and him have been friends for a long time. We went to high school together, and he coaches at Ocoee, and we've known each other for a long time. And he reached out to me, guess maybe January, maybe even December-ish, and was like, hey, like this is something we're really wanting to do. We've got somebody that wants to take ownership in it, and would it be possible? And what that was a baseball team Bible study that would meet weekly before school. So to all the parents that have gotten their kids there, thank you, because they can't drive in middle school. Before school, and initially the plan was to meet at a coffee shop. And the first day, their crowd was so big, they were like, we don't want to disturb the coffee shop. And so the people at the Pie Center actually gave them a place to meet there in their conference room every week. So this is Jack DeFries. He plays baseball at Ocoee Middle School. And I'll let them tell this story a little bit more.
Yeah, Jack, why was it so important to you, buddy?
It's just something me and Coach Mason has talked about for a while, and we finally made it happen, it was amazing. The first day when so many people came and joined us, when we weren't expecting it, but it was truly amazing.
Also, Jacob Mason is on our team here at Mix 1041 and ESPN Cleveland. Jacob, talk about this a little more.
Yeah, Jack is a peer tutor in my classroom. I'm a special education teacher, and, we started talking one day about how we can have a connection with our team. One thing that we love to preach at Ocoee, our baseball team is like a family, and how can we make our family stronger? And so, we started talking about Jesus and potentially a Bible study, and Jack helped put that action into play. And we've had around 15 to 17 kids showing up weekly. Unfortunately, our season came to a rough end last night with a loss, and one of the first questions that our guys asked is, are we still meeting on Thursday? And, the fact that kids, after a moment that their season comes to an end, and they had a phenomenal season, went 13-4, and they still care about growing together and growing closer to Christ. So as long as God is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and Jesus is King, and we're preaching that to our kids, it can't get much better than that. It's easy to move past a loss when your kids are focused on growing the kingdom. So,
Jack, what grade are you in, buddy?
I'm an 8th grader.
So this is it at Ocoee.
Yep.
What happens next year? Where do you go?
Not sure. Not sure.
Is this a commitment ceremony? We need to have.
LeBron James is? He had the decision years and years ago where he was going to go.
Yeah, he's praying about it.
Jacob is his agent all of a sudden. All right, I hope you get a good offer. That's good. NIL works in high school. Thanks, guys. I want to bring up our sponsor, and that is Dr. Baylor Terrell, Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Now, Baylor, in all these months, have you finally turned your life over to the Lord?
I've thought about it, but then I have to keep coming and seeing you, so it's still kind of iffy. No, just kidding.
This is no kidding. This has got to make you very happy and very proud.
Biggest thing is we actually got a Georgia boy up in here. I think that's the first thing we should realize.
That's right, Jacob.
So that makes sense that the Bible study was happening. So I'm proud of you guys. I'm just kidding.
Are you using a Bible or is it another?
I can't answer on that.
Okay.
I can't answer on that one. But no, man, this is awesome. This is one of my favorite times of the month too. Just to come in and see just what God's doing in our community. And first off, 8th grader. I'm almost 30 years old and look at this. So this is just ridiculous. But also with the coaches too. I know a lot of the guys out at Lake Forest. Coach Nip is awesome and everything as well. And so just to see what God's doing in our community and to see that he's doing it in even middle schoolers and putting that in their life so early, I think that's awesome. And I think to hear that they're having a Bible study that's that big, you just can't put that into words. It really, truly is amazing.
FCA meant a lot to you when you were in school, I know.
Yeah, for sure. I actually went to Lake Forest and then at Bradley, and I was involved in both. And it meant a huge integral part of my life and my faith. And, when I look back at where I was and where I am now and all, you talk about struggles. And I think that's what's just so funny about life and sports in general is every single day life happens, right? Good, bad, and different. And you've got to find something that you can just put your faith in and know that at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay. And I think having faith in God and what he does for everybody and in their lives. And, it's one of those things that sometimes you don't understand it. You don't necessarily know what he's doing or why he's doing it, but over time you get to see his plan for your life, and it's really cool. And making sure, like you guys were talking about, having people that are like-minded and surrounded to grow together, but then also to bring new people into a relationship with Christ is huge. So I commend all of you guys for doing that.
What's happening as we get into May at the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry?
Same old, just dentistry. We're taking new patients always, and any way that we can help anybody that needs any kind of dental work, we'd be happy to help. So come see us at Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Phone number is 423-476-6541, and we're located at 415 25th Street.
Hey, I just learned that Jacob has a new nickname, Slim Money Mason. Is that right? Come on up here, Jacob. And I noticed this. I don't want to say anything. How much have you lost?
Around 70 pounds, man. Yeah.
How have you done it? Which brand are you using?
Chicken.
Oh, wait.
Chicken,
no.
rice, and
Ozempic.
walking.
What?
No, yeah, I probably walk around 15 to 20,000 steps a day now. So I've just
Chicken,
been,
rice, and water.
Yeah, you can ask my wife. She's getting really annoyed.
Buddy,
with,
you're looking good.
getting really annoyed with the meal prep. So
You're looking great.
thanks,
No
man.
kidding.
I appreciate
I'm glad
it.
you're doing it.
Was that Andy? I'm guessing.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I figured.
Hello, Andy. Andy, hey, by the way, Matt, friend of FCA all these years, Alan Morris is retiring today. Andy's dad, and
Oh my gosh.
his, of course, Coach Al Morris, their dad. This is his Andy. What texted us earlier?
Yes, that's right.
Told us that Alan is retiring.
He's retiring today.
It's
yes.
official, huh? Wow, that's
Yep.
he's had such an influence in this community for so long.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, absolutely,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
And
Incredible.
Bradley County Schools, Cleveland City Schools, a joint resolution. They wish that his sons would also retire. Maybe they'll retire them.
Well, it sounds like Andy may already have if he's like listening to the radio.
Well, I didn't want to say
And what-
anything. But, Matt, it's going to be a busy summer.
Oh my gosh, Steve, we don't have the time. We'll probably come back and talk about some of the things, but we've got, 1st of June, 2nd through the 5th is the K. McDaniel Legacy Tennis Clinic, free for the community. That's incredible. We're going to keep that going as Kay has. If you're interested in those things, reach out to Michelle Dunkel or myself. Or Jason Cox. We'd love to have folks be a part of that. You can find sign-ups online on our Facebook or Instagram or on our website. And what a great thing that is. And then we've got Jake is running our middle school 7-on-7 tournament that we have. We'll have, I think, 7 teams that will be playing at Cleveland High School on June 20th. If you're looking for something to do that Friday, that's a place to be to watch some incredible talent. But the best part is we're telling about Jesus while we're there. It's a huge thing. And we've got other camps we're doing. Like I said, there are so many things we have going on this summer because all of our kids, all of our athletes are doing stuff all summer. So we want to be where they are. We want to support where they are. If folks want to support what we're doing through the summer, you can go to our website. We hope to serve directly 1,000 students this summer. That takes about $100,000. That's $100 a student. If you want to be a part of that, we would love for you to join in, jump in, and it helps send kids to camp. It helps do meals for them at their clinics or camps where they are. But we love for you to be a part of that and be a part of the bigger story that's happening in our community.
It is Ocoee FCA. What's the website?
Yeah,
One more time.
you were so close, Steve. OcoeeFCA.org.
OcoeeFCA.org.
Yeah, you're right there. Yes, sir.
We're back in a moment.
Steve